Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the NexiGo N950P 4K Ultra HD webcam with remote control. I did receive this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. I've also reviewed a lot of other NexiGo webcams on the channel, so be sure to check out some of those videos. So you can see the nice retail box in packaging right here. Very simple, straightforward. Everything looks great. They walk you through a lot of the tech specs on the backside. Let's go over some of the key features. We have 5x digital zoom, Ultra HD 4K. That's 3840 by 2160p for our resolution, 30 frames per second. We have noise reduction with the built-in microphones, plug and play for Mac and PC, and we have a tripod ready clip. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, we have a friendly reminder letting us know that the USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable is under the packaging in the box, so it is included. And we have a reminder that this does come with a 1-year warranty from the manufacturer. Next, we have our user guide and manual available in multiple languages with the QR code to scan to get the latest and most up-to-date manual online. This walks us through everything we need to know, including their customer service and contact email address right there. Product overview, tech specs, remote control operation, how to connect it to your Windows PC or Mac. So they walk you through all the relevant features, and they have a Q&A section at the back. And then again, it starts over again in multiple languages. Next, you can see we have our 2 cable options. We can use either one depending on the computer that we're connecting this webcam to. The first one is your USB to USB Type-C. So we have the Type A to Type-C right here. The next cable we can use is USB Type-C to USB Type-C. Obviously, the USB Type-C end on both the cable options will connect to the camera. Then you can choose what port you have on your device and use the correct cable accordingly. Next, we have our privacy cover right here that we can easily remove and attach if we want with the stick adhesive to the webcam. Then we have our remote control. Here's the remote control. You can see all the buttons and control options that we have. We can flip it over to the back side and we can see our battery compartment. We will need 2 AAA batteries that are not included to use the remote control. And last but not least, we have the webcam itself right here. Check it out with the NexiGo logo and branding, 4K. We have our model information right here, N950P. So 5 volt, 500 milliamps for our input, power consumption 2 watts. You can see our tripod threaded connector right here, so we can attach this to a stand if we want. And then you can see how the webcam's able to tilt up and down. You can see at the top too, we have our zoom magnifying button right there we can press. Here it is from the back side. You can see we have our USB Type-C connector right there. Looks great. Here it is from this side. We can go ahead, we can pull the stand out so you can see how it looks with everything fully extended. So pretty lightweight too. I can tell the camera's very light. The stand itself actually weighs more than the webcam, at least from first impression with holding everything, but it looks really nice. Now let's go over the settings and controls. So now you can see we got the NexiGo webcam installed. It was very simple. Just gently place it on top of your monitor, laptop, computer, plug in the cable, adjust the tilt as desired, and you're all set and ready to go. Now we're able to go over the controls and features of the remote control with this webcam. So the first feature is our power button. Obviously we can turn the webcam on or off. Next, you can see we got the mute button right here. We can mute the mic audio. Then we have our video disable. So if you don't want to use the included privacy shutter, you can just disable it with the remote control, but you can use the privacy shutter for that added layer of security. Then you can see we can adjust between 50 and 60 hertz for the webcam. It is 60 hertz by default. Then you can see we got our 4 arrow keys to move around the picture. Once we zoom in, we can do that with the webcam. So we'll do that in a second here. Then you can see we got the home button. This will resort back to our default webcam settings. Then we have the zoom plus and minus. Let's go ahead, let's zoom in right here. So there we go. We just zoomed in all the way. And now we can use the arrow keys to adjust the zoom in the picture how we want it. So check that out. Thanks to that Sony sensor, we have great image quality, even zoomed in with our max zoom settings right there. And then we can tweak those. And then we can zoom all the way back out again. So there we go. And then once we're zoomed out, obviously the arrow keys don't do anything. Then we have our BLC button if we want to add some backlight. You can see, there we go. Really cool. And then we can turn it back off. Next, we have our brightness adjustment right here. So let's go ahead. Let's increase the brightness. So you can see, I believe that's going to be our max brightness right there. I don't think the image quality is changing anymore. And now we can go to our lowest brightness setting as well. So let's bring it back down. All right, there it is. That's our lowest brightness setting too. Pretty cool. And then if we want to go back to defaults again, now let's just push the home button. There we go. The last controls we have, it's the ability to turn up or down the microphone volume or sensitivity. So we'll test that out with the mute button here in a minute. Now let's go ahead, let's check out this webcam in 4K. Now we're back with the webcam configured in 4K, and this is the raw mic audio as well with our lowest sensitivity setting or mic volume setting for the webcam. So again, we got the raw webcam mic audio right now, and we have 4K ultra high definition resolution at 3840 by 2160p. So check it out. This is your sample video and audio right here. So 4K raw mic audio. Now let's go ahead. Let's test out the mute button. To start hearing me now that I pushed it again, you can hear me now that I pushed the button. You might have to give it a couple of clicks depending on where you're pointing it at the camera, but it is pretty responsive for the most part using the included remote control. But the mute button works. And now we're going to go ahead, we're going to adjust the mic volume. Warning, there may be some clipping as we go all the way up, but you can see I'm upping the mic sensitivity now, and at least my audio monitor is showing that we're clipping right now with the audio, but I believe that's going to be our max audio settings. Again, everything's plug and play. You can do it right from the remote control. I haven't tweaked anything in OBS or on my Windows PC as we're doing all this. I've just used the remote control, so you can monitor the audio and how you desire using the remote control of the webcam, which is super convenient, really handy to have that. You don't have to click through settings if you don't know where they are or they're hard to find. You can just do everything with the remote control. Now let's go ahead, let's try out this camera with a couple of different lighting environments. So first up, you can see what the webcam looks like with all the studio lights turned off, and we just have natural light coming in from a window behind the webcam. This is what it's going to look like and how everything is going to look just with the home settings, the automatic standard settings. This is what you're going to see with the webcam. And don't forget, then we can tweak the settings if we want. I got the BLC mode enabled right here, or we could turn that back off. And you can see it really does make a difference with your image quality if that is something that is important to you. But again, if you're using this working from home and you have a pretty tough or difficult lighting environment, this is definitely a nice webcam with full customization and features for you to get that proper lighting for your environment. Now let's go ahead and try it out in another scenario. So now we have our primary light source covered with blackout blinds, so the window is no longer providing any light into the room. The only light in the room is 4 computer monitors here in the studio that's illuminating behind the webcam. So they are casting a fair amount of light here, but I would say this is a very harsh lighting environment, and the camera is doing a fantastic job. Just check that out. Look at how everything looks right here. We can turn BLC mode on, but I don't really think it's making a difference right here. It's very hard to even tell if it's on. And then we can adjust the brightness again, but I believe we're already maxed out with the brightness, so we can actually lower the brightness if we want for the webcam. So you can see we can still lower it a little bit more, but that's really it in regards to what we're able to tweak or change with this specific lighting environment. But everything looks great in the harsh lights, as well as having a properly lit studio space or somewhere in between, thanks to that Sony Starvis sensor. Again, that's 8.5 megapixels, really making a big difference in this webcam. Just for fun, I have a window AC unit running in this room right now, so I'm going to be silent for a couple of seconds. We're going to see if the microphone picks up that noise in the background. Obviously, you might be able to hear it right now. You might not. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to be silent for a couple of seconds. Then I'm going to adjust the microphone sensitivity up till we see if it's able to pick up the AC running. So let me go ahead. Let's try to listen in and see if we can hear it. And then I'm going to keep adjusting the microphone up until we can hear it. So there we go. We got the microphone turned up to the max sensitivity. I believe I could be clipping this right now. I'm just trying to talk very quietly, but we can hear the AC running. I can at least see it on the audio monitor, but that's with the highest sensitivity. Pretty impressive if you ask me, that we can actually turn it down and it's not able to pick it up right away. So the microphone does a good job. And again, don't forget, we can adjust the sensitivity to whatever we want. So let me share with you guys my final thoughts after using the NexiGo 4K webcam. This is really a great webcam with fantastic image quality if you're thinking about it from a price to performance ratio. 4K 30 FPS, we get that nice Sony sensor with the 8.5 megapixels. That makes a pretty drastic difference in those low light environments. So unless you're in a professionally lit studio space, which most of you probably aren't, you're probably in an office that could be dimly lit or have really harsh lighting. Maybe you're working from home and you're just in your family room or your living room, or you're buying this for your kid that's doing school out of their bedroom. You definitely want to consider a webcam like this if you want to have some of the best image quality for your Zoom calls, your online presentations, or anything else along those lines. I am really impressed with the image quality, especially in low light environments. And it's nice to see a legit 4K camera on the market today that comes with a remote control, a great stand that's easily adjustable, can work with tripods, and we have USB Type-C connectivity, and we can actually remove the cable so it's not directly integrated, which is always a bonus if you ask me. So you never have to worry about, like, if you break or ruin the cable, the whole camera is ruined. You can easily swap that out with other USB cables on the market today. So very pleased with all the features that we get and the performance that we get out of this camera. I think the biggest thing for me in the future, as somebody that uses webcams to film my videos on daily, I would like to see the ability to turn on autofocus and to set the focus manually, maybe even with the remote control. That would be cool if they could integrate a focusing feature right here. This does have a fixed focus, and I think they set it properly, probably close to infinity or whatever, because you can see I can be pretty far away, still in focus, and I can go really up close to the camera and I'm still in focus as well. So no matter if you're near or far away, they do a good job with the focusing. So you can see pretty much in focus. Again, they probably set it so as long as you're close to your computer, laptop, monitor, you'll be fine. So that's fine for most people. But just for me, since they give us so much customization anyways with the remote control, it makes me want to have even more features like the ability to have that autofocused, or to at least set autofocus manually in the future with the remote control, or even just via PC. But overall, thanks to that great Sony sensor, this is really an enjoyable webcam at a super competitive price. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.